Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. And let's get open for business as we start this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because you literally cannot sleep on the Dallas Cowboys because things can happen late in the evening, late at night, and first thing in the morning. So you want to be up to speed with all that is the Dallas Cowboys. And I am glad to report we have made it through these 5 weeks, just 2 days left, with nothing major happening. No injuries, no major incidents off the field or anything like that. We are getting ready for training camp, and thank God. Guys, I am ecstatic. In fact, of course, me and Michael Anthony Fitness over there will be headed to Oxnard next week. We're going to be headed to California on Wednesday. We'll be at Oxnard Thursday and Friday. And I got to tell you, I can't wait to see my Dallas Cowboys. I can't wait to get football on the field. But fortunately, the only thing we have really seen this offseason, this dreaded 5 weeks, is our players working out and working out together. And I got to tell you that I'm not a fly on the wall. I'm not there at the Star. But Jerry, if you want to get me a pass and employ me there with the Cowboys, in fact, you may even want to put Joe Boo in one of the lockers there. I suggest Cole Beasley's top of his locker. He can't really reach up there. Great place for Joe Boo. And all he needs is a little bit of rum and cigars, and you're good to go. But I feel like this group of Dallas Cowboy players are friends to family almost. You see offense, defensive guys working together. I mean, Lord knows you've seen Zeke Elliott working out on a daily basis, it seems. And it's like it's a competition to show who's working harder. And I love that. I love that these guys are playing not only for themselves, but playing for each other. And hopefully that'll bode well. You never know with football, because you can have everything together and you have something tragic that happens that just kind of screws it all up, or something tragic that happens that brings it all together. It's football. It's an unknown quantity. There is no right or wrong. I mean, this time of year, there's all kinds of predictions. Right now everybody thinks the Rams are the best team in the NFC, that the Eagles, they are perfect and they're not going to have any problems, of course. And it'll end up being somebody you left for dead that'll end up being the team that goes to the Super Bowl. That's the way football is. That's the reason why we stay on the edge of our seat week after week after week. And it's funny for me, I am just Joe the fan. And I just like to talk about football, and I just talk too damn much and just basically just don't shut up. And it's flattering to me when guys like Alex Cash, I met him at the draft, a young writer and stuff who's doing fantastic work, and he's growing and doing stuff. And there's a lot of people that are like me, that are fans that just love to talk about football. And part of the reason why there's an opening for us is because when you look at ESPN, how basically their whole narrative is trash the Dallas Cowboys. And they've become more of a train wreck than the sports leader that they used to be. But it's humbling for me when somebody like Alex says that you're my motivation and an inspiration, and I'm just kind of blown away. It's like, I'm nobody. I'm just Joe the fan out here who talks too damn much. But it's funny because from time to time, I kind of scratch my head and say, I just talked about that. And here it is, somebody's doing an article for it. I know, like I said, I'm Joe the fan, so I don't have the credibility or the bandwidth of, Bleacher Report or ESPN and stuff, but Saturday, and a lot of you guys are like, why are you talking about golf? It's like, okay, I'm not really a big golf fan. I like to go out and hit the clubs from time to time on the driving range and things, but I'm not like a real golfer. But there's something about Tiger Woods that when he is playing and has a chance, that it makes it exciting, that it draws in the casual fan. And I related that to the Dallas Cowboys. Because when Tiger has been kind of on that hiatus, there's been some fantastic golfers that are out there that are just blowing it. I mean, just blowing up, doing incredible things. But you don't follow it so much as when you hear all of a sudden Tiger's rolling. What? I got to see this. So the numbers go through the roof. And I equated that to the Dallas Cowboys. For the NFL, when the Cowboys are good, it's good for the NFL. Even when they're bad, it's still kind of good for the NFL. Notice how many primetime games the Cowboys have. You know, it's almost funny because I live in the Washington, D.C. area, but almost every single game is televised. Out of market here. Maybe like 2 games. Like maybe if they play the Cleveland Browns, that's not going to be on there or something like that. But more times than not, everybody sees the Dallas Cowboys. Because I basically said Tiger Woods and the Dallas Cowboys, they're pretty much the same thing as far as the relationship to sports. And I did that Saturday. And lo and behold, I do what I do every morning. I wake up, rub my eyes, and get the crust out of them. Roll over, snuggle with my wife, and then I'm grabbing my phone to check, see any news on last night. You know, I'm checking Bleacher Report, Yardbarker, ESPN, NFL.com, NFL Media, and everything like that. And lo and behold, this morning I see an article. Dallas Cowboys are the Tiger Woods of the NFL. Now maybe that's coincidence. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I should take it as imitation is the highest form of flattery. But it is true though. When the Dallas Cowboys are good, it's actually good for the NFL. Why do you think all the talking shows constantly, day after day after day, have something to say about the Dallas Cowboys? They get micromanaged harder than anybody else. You would think that Dak Prescott is literally the worst quarterback in the NFL. Why? Because they don't talk about guys like Trubisky and Chicago and things like that in every play that he makes. You know, you think Zeke Elliott was the devil himself, even though there are other guys out there doing things 100 times worse that aren't getting suspended or investigated like the Dallas Cowboys. And that is the blessing and the curse of the Dallas Cowboys. So here we sit, just 2 days from our team headed to Oxnard. What team do we honestly have? We can all speculate. I think they're improved from where they were last year. I think in all phases we got better with depth. There's still, of course, concerns. I still want that 300-pound plus gorilla in the middle. I still like to get another safety in the mix. But across the board, to me, in my mind, we've done improvements and we've done changes. And I think with the changes that we've made, our offense, just from the simple fact of having different players, is going to be less predictable. I think it's going to be a faster team. And I think our offensive line is going to be beasting. And I think we're going to have a good season. Maybe I'm going to jinx it, but I honestly feel like this season is going to be a good one. Maybe the stars will align for us. Maybe we'll get a few breaks. Maybe we'll get a few calls. But regardless, I am truly looking forward to my Dallas Cowboys. Tonight we'll be live streaming at 9 o'clock Eastern as always. This will be our last live stream before the team is in camp. And after all this time, we are literally 48 days, 7 hours, 25 minutes away from kickoff against the Carolina Panthers. Are you ready? Michael, are you ready? Jobu, you damn sight better be ready. I'm literally about to bust with excitement. It's times like this that I wish I didn't have a day job that I could just literally just cover training camp. I'm Mark Holmes. It's my buddy Cowboy Jobu. I hope you have a great Monday. and I'll see you soon.